Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm Dee, and I'm going to play some songs for you this evening. So, wherever you're joining from, hello, good evening. I wrote this song for my mum a few years ago for Mother's Day. It's called She Is the Moon. The waves crash on the shore. No one need worry anymore. The ocean tide does not ignore the days, the time. 'Cause she is the moon. She is the moon. The tide may move us all in turn, but she is the moon. Enjoy your walks on the beach. Sail the wave you seek. All you want is all in reach. Someday, sometime. 'Cause she is the moon. She is the moon. The tide may move us all in time, but she is the moon. The tide may move us all in time, but she is the moon. She is the moon. She is the moon. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sue. Good evening from Damp Leeds. Lovely to hear you sing, Tim and Sue. Thank you, guys. And on TikTok, we've got Adam and Tonks. Hey. So that was She Is the Moon, version of which is on One Girl, One Guitar. You may notice from this evening that really this show is one girl, one guitar at a time. I'm gonna play a couple of things from my most recent releases tonight. So I'm playing stuff from Love, Hope, Nostalgia and One Girl, One Guitar, which are my solo releases in the last couple of years. And then I'm going to take you back and play some older stuff and read you some stories out of my book. So this is from Love, Hope, Nostalgia, and this is called Stone by Stone. On the bank by the river, where you first touched my hand. At the inn by the water, where you first met my friends. When you walked me to my car and you first kissed me, who'd have known that these were our foundations? And we built this bridge, stone by stone, so we can stand together. And I'll shield this bridge, stone by stone, so we can hold you forever. Then the waves came crashing, we got each other through. Even when the rocks were falling, I really fell for you. And I started to understand what it means to be loved. In troubled waters, you have always got me. And we built this bridge, stone by stone, so we can stand together. And I'll shield this bridge, stone by stone, so you can hold me forever. I can laugh with you, I can dream with you, I can fly with you, I can't live without you. So let's build this bridge, stone by stone, so we can stand together. And I'll shield this bridge, stone by stone, so you can hold me forever. Hold me forever. Hold me forever, ever, ever, so you can hold me forever. So I co-wrote that with Dave Vine, and we came up with this odd tuning which I'm affectionately calling Double D, because it amuses me that it sounds like a brass eyes. And I'm hoping I'm not gonna snap the strings. So this one is called It's Okay to Cry, and this is also it's from both actually. This was on One Girl, One Guitar, which was a project I did a couple of years ago where I was releasing an acoustic single every 2 weeks, which I kept up for 6 months. So I wrote this during that period. Thank you, Sue. And I also did a more polished, refined version on Love, Hope, Nostalgia, EP. So this is It's Okay to Cry. It's okay to cry if it hurts. So kick off your shoes and untuck that shirt. It's okay to cry if you're sad. Maybe another day it won't feel so bad. You don't have to try to be strong. You don't have to try to be brave, 'cause I still love you when you're wrong. Oh, it's okay to cry. Oh, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry if you're low. You have to go there to help us grow. It's okay to cry if you're scared. We all have days on a wing and a prayer. You don't need to fix everything. If you don't come first, you can still get a win. You don't need to catch the North Star, 'cause you are a treasure as you are. It's okay to cry. Oh, it's okay to cry. Hi, I love you just as you are. Unique, imperfect, bizarre. Oh, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Do do. So there's a funny story about that, really. I wrote that in response to something that some guy said on a Zoom, where he said he'd hit his thumb with a hammer, and he thought he'd been really brave because he didn't cry. And I said to him, "It's okay to cry if it hurts." It's like, you don't have to be brave all the time. And then I thought, oh, there's a song there. I mean, I don't mind if it hurts and you cry. So who have we got over here? Adam of the Decade saying, "Where is your fella tonight?" I don't know who you're referring to, Adam. I have nicked John's capo. Sue says, "I love that story." What, the banging the thumb with the hammer story? Yeah. I'm doing it all the time at the moment. I'm saying things, oh, that sounds like a good lyric, because I'm writing a new album called Atlas. This is a cover. This is a Joni Mitchell song called Circle Game. My mum used to play this to me. My mum used to play these Joni Mitchell records in the house and in the car all the time when I was really tiny. So anytime I hear it's the Ladies of the Canyon album and in particular the Blue album that I loved when I was a teenager, just really, really reminds me of me being young, but also my mum being that young mum. So this is Circle Game by Joni Mitchell. Yesterday a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. What's like when you're older, masterpieces and promises of someday make his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. They tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, before you drag your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and around in the circle game. So the years spin by and now the boy is 20. Though his dreams of loss and grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty, before that last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and around in the circle game. And go round and round and around in the circle game. So yeah, circle game from, I believe it's Ladies of the Canyon. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's one of them. It's Ladies of the Canyon or Blue. So I'm going to swap guitars for the last time, I think. And so I'm going to tell you some stories. In 2020, I wrote this book, and it's got the lyrics and the stories from my first three studio albums and some other bits and pieces. So if you brought your book, please turn to page 1. Sorry, I think that's funny. So I'm just going to play a couple of songs and read some extracts from the book. I've picked a couple of threads. So the book is not an autobiography, it's about the music. But I have picked a couple of threads where the story develops as we go. So the first song I'm going to play for you from my very, very first acoustic album called Beautiful Monday is The Heron. So The Heron is a story about leaving home. It's about when I left home. The Heron is a story about leaving home, flying the nest for the first time. When I left home, I did a year out and I went to Sri Lanka for a whole year, and my poor mum is still traumatized by the whole thing. This was written in Sri Lanka, inspired by a real heron that I saw by the lake in our first few days in Kandalama, which is the place where we were. This is the remote location where we were based for the duration of our placement. Our project was hosted by an incredible hotel named after the location. Designed by Geoffrey Bower, the hotel was built into the side of the mountain, embracing the rocks and wrapped in jungle. However, we did not live in this stunningly gorgeous hotel. We lived in the humble staff village along the road, sharing a room 15 feet square. By we, I'm talking about Kate, whose birthday it was yesterday. Happy birthday, Kate. who was my partner. We were placed in pairs. We didn't live in this hotel. We lived in the humble staff village along the road, sharing a room 15 feet square. It was a culture shock. We were homesick. We barely knew each other. The enormity of what we'd undertaken was sinking in. I wasn't sure I'd made the right decision, and I wasn't sure I was able to feel excited about it yet. We'd arrived a couple of days previously after a 2-day journey and emotional roller coaster of leaving all of our family and friends for a whole year at the tender age of 18. We were exploring our immediate surroundings close to our living quarters, and there was a large reservoir, or tank as they're called locally. The first weekend, we were walking along the waterline of the tank, coming to terms with the absence of nightclubs, when we saw a large white heron at the water's edge. It was one of the most beautifully exotic things I'd ever seen in my life, and I felt the rush of new experience. As we walked closer, the heron spread its enormous wings and took flight. That heron became a metaphor for growing into the person that I needed to be able to do the work that we were doing in the local community and to adjust to life in the jungle. I see that experience, that beautiful wingspan, in my mind's eye every time I perform that song. So I'm going to play this for you now. The rub being, I think it was an egret, but I'd already written the song by the time I didn't know birds. I'd already written the song. That was beautiful. Oh, thank you, Sue. So I'm streaming on multiple platforms. So if you type in the chat on Facebook or YouTube, I can see it. So, and I can see a little bit of TikTok. Can you do one of your new songs? Sorry, I'm not sure how old that comment was. This is the heron. Sorry, Adam, this is an old one, but it might be new to you. So. Stood and he looked at me, began to fly away. Then he said, come follow me. So I spread my wings and flew from the nest in my tree. Fly, wait for me in the sky. So we flew over the lake at Candelabra, and I saw my life anew. And the heron, he saw me smile. He told me you can fly. You don't need my wings, you just need you and yours. So fly, don't wait for me. I'll meet you in the sky. Oh, thanks. I saw that, Tim. So Tim says, now you have us both logged on from different rooms. Oh, I see. Double bird trouble. I thought that said double bed trouble. Well, and I was chuckling to myself. Never heard you sing before. I'm blown away. Oh, Tim. ADP King says amazing. Thank you very much. Hi, Kerry. Hey, Elf. Logged on. Here's Lenny. Hello, everybody. So, right. I didn't think this through about holding the guitar and reading the book and all that. Okay. So that was the Heron that I wrote. Yeah, that was about my first weekend away from home, and coincidentally had an amazing time. The next song I'm going to sing is from the same album. Sorry, Alan. Oh, hey, never actually spoken to you in real time before. Alan, Lily, hello. Casually joining from Denver across the pond. Never heard the Heron before, but it sounded beautiful. Thank you so much. The first album, Beautiful Monday, I was listening to a lot of Bob Dylan, and it's slightly folkier than other stuff, than my other albums. But so the second song I'm going to sing, this is also from Beautiful Monday. I'm just going to dip into this story here. This is called Sapphire Tears. There's some sad stories, but it all has a happy ending. So this is about the ups and downs and the rough and the smooth. I spent a lot of my time in Sri Lanka healing from a difficult year. The year previously, I had lost my oldest friend in the world, Jeffrey, in a car accident. My first experience of losing someone from my generation. This tragedy had been incredibly difficult to accept and totally traumatic for his family. I'd known him since I was 2 years old, and it remains to this day one of the most difficult experiences I've ever come to terms with in my life. Throughout this difficult time, I was very lucky to have some special people around me, helping me to pick up the pieces. These are the people who make life bearable when you get awful things thrown at you, and I will always be grateful for their love and support. Sapphire Tears was inspired by the desire of wanting to return the favour and hoping that these people would trust me and come to me when they were going through tough times. So this is Sapphire Tears. I know you're hurting, and I know you don't want to say it out loud, but you don't have to be the tower of strength. You don't have to be so proud, 'cause when you shattered like crystal into 1,000 pieces, know that I hold them in my hand and I won't let go. Let me be there when you're backed up to the wall. Let me be there when you try to make sense of it all. Let me be there to cry sapphire tears for you. You don't have to do it all alone. No. You're never on your own. We run a long road together, from the playground when we were 6 years old. We shared our stormy weather. You've been my log fire in the freezing cold. And when the cruel labyrinth tangles into 1,000 tunnels, know that I'll pace right beside you and I won't let go. Let me be there when you're backed up to the wall. Let me be there when you're trying to make sense of it all. Let me be there to cry sapphire tears for you. you're trying to make sense of it all. Let me be there to cry sapphire tears for you. You don't have to do it all alone. No, no, no. You're never on your own. Never on your own. Never on your own. Craig, hello. Never talked to you in real time either after all of the over the years. Hey Lisa, hey Carrie, hey Jan, hey Gavlar. Thanks you guys. So yeah, that was Sapphire Tears. During that time, so Kate and I were living in this like 15-foot square room. And we had, like I say, no nightclubs, no pubs, no cinemas. There wasn't even an internet cafe in the nearby town, which was a 15-minute bus ride away, until halfway through the year. And there was a telly, but everything was in Sinhalese, so we couldn't watch the telly apart from the news, which was horrible because the country was at war and it was all bombs and really unpleasant. So we had books, we had each other, and I had my guitar. It wasn't this one. It is the guitar I had with me is over there. For entertainment, and we had a radio and a cassette player, and each of us had brought tapes with us, tapes and cassettes with us, and two that Kate had that she absolutely loved were Tracy Chapman albums. So those two first Tracy Chapman albums we put on every night to go to sleep. So I've always struggled to sleep. I've always been a bit of an insomniac and a night owl. And Kate would be fast asleep, and I'd listen to like one half of a Tracy Chapman album every night before sleep. And it's funny how music is so evocative. It really takes me back there. It really takes me back to that, I listen to this album and I can hear the fan, I can smell the plaster crumbling off the walls. Music really can transport you back to a place. So this is one of the songs that we listened to a lot during that time. Sing along, and if you're singing, type the lyrics in the chat, because I just want to see it happen. You all know this. Sorry is all that you can say. Years gone by and still words don't come easily. Like sorry. Forgive me is all that you can say. Years gone by and still words don't come easily. Like forgive me. But you can say, baby, can I hold you tonight? Maybe if I told you the right words, at the right time, you'll be mine. I love you is all that you can say. Years gone by and still words don't come easily. Like I love you, I love you. But you can say, baby, baby, can I hold you tonight? Maybe if I told you the right words, ooh, at the right time, you'd be mine. Baby, can I hold you tonight? Maybe if I told you the right words, ooh, at the right time, you'd be mine. You'd be mine. You'd be mine. That was such a bad idea. Oh, you guys, I love seeing that all of the lyrics all pop up, but because of the delay, I'm like, no, don't read it. I'm reading the wrong thing. La 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 la. Yeah, thanks you guys. Playing the game. Fantastic. So moving on to the Fearless album. Fearless was released in 2014 on the 27th of April. And this month, it's going to be 10 years old, if you needed me to do that maths for you. I posted a couple of things today for Throwback Thursday about the album launch, which was just amazing. It was so good. It was a really hard slog to get that album out. And we really made a splash. And I had showgirls, I had one showgirl on stilts. Thank you, Tash. And dancers, and they lifted me down off the stage, and it was just brilliant. It was a really fantastic evening. If you happen to be around, if this is a good time for you, 9 o'clock at night, on the 17th, I'm doing a listening party, so you can listen on Bandcamp or on TikTok, and I'm just so a listening party. If you've never been to a listening party, I just play the music, and we have a chat and that kind of thing. So yeah, if you can just drop me a line if you would like the link, and I'll send it to you. So Fearless, I'm just going to play one track from Fearless, and this is called Time Will Heal. And the story goes, Fearless started life as a lullaby because I struggle to sleep. And I'm going to skip some of this. So it started life as a lullaby. So fast forward a couple of years, and I realised that I had started to feel better following losing Jeff. And although I realised some of the pain would never go away, I was living a life of purpose. I'd lose people and meet new people throughout my life, and being open to that would bring me more fulfillment. Not yet fully cognizant of how losing Jeffrey had begun to shape me, I was living, I was functioning, and I was taking advantage of the opportunities still available to me. Many songs, cultures, religions, and mums say, this too will pass. Time will heal is my version of that. I guess you could say in many situations that time does heal, and what I've learned is that the trick is knowing what to do with yourself in the meantime. So that's my little pearl of wisdom. Here's my little lullaby. I should have done this last, shouldn't I? Years pass, hours last, time moves on, right or wrong, until the pain is gone. time will heal. Hands shake, hearts break, time moves on, right or wrong, until the pain is gone, time will heal. Birds fly, children cry, we all live with some grey skies. Birds fly, oceans dry in time, time will heal. Hearts break, but hands shake, time moves on, right or wrong, until the hurt is gone, time will heal. Time will heal. Time will heal. Tim says it does pass, sometimes like a kidney stone. Yeah, no. Alan says that Tracy Chapman debut album is so phenomenal. It really is. Love your cover from it. Thank you so much. That is lovely to hear. Yeah, it's one of my Desert Island discs, I think. Tracy Chapman. So, moving on to my third studio album. This is this was called Together, and that was released in 2017. So I'm just looking at my page numbers, and this song is called "Say Hello, Butterfly," and this was inspired by. I'll start by telling you, everybody is fine. In 2016, 2017, my stepdaughter was very poorly, and this is the story behind. So, Say Hello, Butterfly is intended to be an uplifting piece about living life to the full and being true to yourself. I always hope to reach anyone who needs to hear that message, but as always, it was born out of a series of personal experiences. On the way to Los Angeles, so after Fearless was out, one of my songs from Fearless was chosen to be in a film. That's a different story, but on the way to Los Angeles to the premiere of Stolen Breath, I was so excited. I was off for the first time to see a screening of a movie that we composed the music for. During the flight, I was full of aspirations as I went to meet people I'd been collaborating with creatively at a distance for quite some time. It was a morning flight, and travelling west, it seemed to be the same time of day for hours. It's one of my loves of travel. It's as if time does stand still for a bit. You pay for it later, of course, but for that moment, a certain reflective stillness can be found. Looking down on the clouds will never get old for me. This in particular was such a beautiful flight. The horizon was so clear, and I could see the bright icebergs in the ocean, and I was just so excited. I scribbled down some words. It was a strange time in my life because while all of these exciting things were happening, obviously some horrendous things were happening too. Katie was actually still in hospital when I wrote one of the pieces of music for Stolen Breath. Katie's strength and quiet courage was inspirational, and I just had a feeling that she would really fly when she could get on the road to recovery. The lyric is fueled by the feeling that we were both at a positive crossroads in our lives, running our own journeys in parallel, and good things were to follow. These events had changed us both irreversibly. Now the chrysalis is open. So this is Say Hello Butterfly. I don't want to waste another dream again. So push the door and come with me, my friend. There's a great big world of shapes and colors, a great big sky of stars above us, and it's right before our eyes. Say hello, butterfly. Oh, it's a new horizon. Oh, oh, oh. Say hello, butterfly. And it's so surprising. Oh, oh, oh. This is your time for reason and rhyme. Say hello, butterfly. This is your time. You know, butterfly, you deserve to fly. Butterflies belong in the sky. Don't be afraid to show your colors. The sun is coming up above us, and it's right before our eyes. Say hello, butterfly. Oh, it's a new horizon. Oh, oh, oh. Say hello, butterfly. And it's so surprising. Oh, oh, oh. This is your time for reason and rhyme. Say hello, butterfly. This is your time. Now the chrysalis is open. You can't go back to how it used to be. Oh, 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 oh. Say hello, butterfly. Say hello, butterfly. It's so surprising. Oh, oh, oh. This is your time for reason and rhyme. Say hello, butterfly. This is your time. This is your time. This is your time. Say hello, butterfly. So that was that's piano track on the Kate says she's nodding off in a minute. What a lovely lullaby. Thank you. You're welcome, Kate. Thank you, Craig. Beautiful heartfelt song. Alan's off to work. I need to buzz off. Stay well, y'all. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. So I've got two more for you. So The last song of mine that I'm going to play for you tonight is the title track. Tim says goosebumps. Ah, thank you, Tim. On the record, it's me showing my age. On the record, it's I play piano, and Pete Hartley, who's an incredible strings player, put some violins on it, and yeah, have a listen to the album track, because it's yeah, Pete's work is spectacular. So this is together. I'm going to read you the whole of this story. So the first weekend that Caitlin was in hospital, we had a really big event. So Chris and I, Chris is my husband, and Caitlin's dad, and we run a choir together, a little choir. And the first weekend that Caitlin was in hospital, we had a huge event that we'd been training for like 6 months with the choir, and it was a really big deal, and everyone had worked really hard. And we just normally I wouldn't have dragged the choir into it, but we didn't have a lot of choice. So the first weekend Katie was in hospital, we had to tell our choir that Chris might not be able to come to our big event. This song was inspired by that wonderful group of people and how they gathered around us while Caitlin was ill. There's something special about singing in a choir, and I had seen other members get very special support and understanding when going through personal difficulties. It was my first experience of it personally, previously having always chosen to grieve in private, but I couldn't this time. This affected them too, and I didn't have the strength to put on the brave face I always wore when things were hard. I also couldn't expect Chris to be stoic like me when he was going through hell on earth. A tragedy like this really shows you who your friends are. I had experienced that before in situations like relationship breakdown, but it really surprised me that this time support came from the most unlikely places and not from people you might expect it from. It's a tough lesson to learn, especially when you're already hurting so badly, but I really felt the love of our beautiful little choir. They gave me a purpose and something else to focus on, so I had to keep going. They also forgave me when I did a terrible job. They forgave me when I did a terrible job of it because I had constant migraines. When I was stoned on prescription beta blockers, I'd actually forgotten that. When I was stoned on prescription beta blockers, they laughed with me. They were always there to lend an ear in the countless hours that we felt lost and alone. Regularly, they asked after Katie and how we were doing, but they didn't pry. They worked hard on their music, but didn't put pressure on us. One of the few things I miss about having a proper job is peers. Being a self-employed musician is surprisingly lonely sometimes, and they gave us a place, a group, and a team, and we knew that we belonged there. It feels much more shoulder to shoulder with them now rather than singers and director. The song took on a life bigger than that. So while I'd written it for the choir to sing, the message was so strong, probably because it was so sincere, that I felt moved to record it as a single. It became apparent very quickly that it was leading the pack for a title track. The all-encompassing message summed up everything that was on the album. I asked my good friend and fellow singer-songwriter Eve Williams to duet with me on it, which gave it a Disney-esque, sisterly kind of vibe. Of course, when it comes to performing it live, I don't have a sister, but 2 boys. So we rearranged it for the trio, for John and Chris and myself. And now these 3 versions of the song all exist, and I'm about to play a 4th version of it. The choir perform it with armography. That's a word I got from Darcy Bustle from watching Strictly. The choir perform it with armography, beautiful blend, and finger lights. Eve and I sing it together when we get the chance, and it's a permanent fixture in our trio show. And I'm going to play in the book. There's a picture of us. So there's a picture of us backstage at that event. I know you can't see that. Can you guys see that? This is a backstage selfie, Oscars 2016 style. with everybody and all of those amazing people that supported us through that really difficult time. And that's the thing about having really difficult, there's a yin yang thing I find that happens, that when you're going through something really difficult, that something really beautiful comes with that. So this is the last song of mine I'm going to play for you this evening. This is Together. Sometimes the sun goes down before I'm really ready. Sometimes a cold wind blows and makes me feel unsteady. Sometimes I feel alone, it's hard to find a friend, but I know I'll find a smile that's kind. Together we build bridges, hand in hand we're strong. We all have a place, we know where we belong. Together we face winters, arm in arm we'll walk. Raise each voice in harmony. Together, 'cause there will be a time you need a helping hand. And there will be a time you need to swim to land. There will be a time you need to take a stand. We know we'll find our strength and pride. Together we build bridges, hand in hand we're strong. We all have a place, we know where we belong. Together we face winters, arm in arm we'll walk. Raise each voice in harmony. Together, when you feel let down, it's hard to keep your faith. Put your trust in me, and I will keep you safe. Together we build bridges, hand in hand we're strong. We all have a place, we know where we belong. Together we face winters, arm in arm we'll walk. Raise each voice in harmony. You can put your trust in me. Together we build bridges, we're strong. We all have a place, we belong. Together we build bridges, raise each voice in harmony. Together. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So Sue says she's singing along. Faye says, can you yodel? No, actually. Thank you, Craig. Craig's clapping. Hi, Christy. Hey, Christine. Did you change your name on TikTok? Yes, I did. It was One Girl, One Guitar. Now it's DL. That was my name. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining. So I am just going to have a little plug. I found out this morning that I'm in the running for number 1. I'm in at number 23 on the South Coast music chart. There are 183 people currently watching on a combination of YouTube and Facebook. And if you wouldn't mind clicking the link in the description, I'm in at number 23, and the rest of it is up to the public vote. It's only open until tomorrow, so if you wouldn't mind, if you're happy and you would like to see me with a number 1 record, which would be amazing, just pop along to the link and vote. It's Searching for Heaven, which actually, on reflection, I probably should have played, shouldn't I, this evening? But but yeah, so thank you so much for joining this evening. I'm going to have a little slurp. I'm going to leave you with some Newton Faulkner. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. If you would like some free stuff, there's a link in the description. If you go to diellemusicuk-acoustic-singersongwriter/5 free songs, it's songs. There's some other stuff in there too. If you're on X/Twitter, can we actually call it X yet? Has anyone gone there? I'm calling it X Twitter. X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go to the link in the bio. It's all there. Get your free stuff. Every time I close my eyes, it's true, and I know now who I am. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know now it's a place I go when I'm alone. Do anything I want, be anyone I wanna be, but it is us I see, and I cannot believe I'm falling. That's where I'm going. Where are you going? Hold it close, won't let this go. Dream catch me, yeah. Dream catch me when I fall, or else I won't come back at all. I do so much, you don't know. It's true, and I know now who I am. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know now it's a place I go when I'm alone. Do anything I want, be anyone I wanna be, but it is us I see, and I cannot believe I'm falling. That's where I'm going. Where are you going? Hold it close, won't let this go. Dream catch me, yeah. Dream catch me when I fall, or else I won't come back at all. See you as a mountain, a fountain of God. See you as a distant soul in the setting sun. You as a sound, as the sight of His love. I'm yours. There's a place I go when I'm alone. Do anything I want, be anyone I want. Thank you so much for joining this evening. So just a recap for people who just joined, DL, thank you. If it's the first time you're watching, please get your free stuff. So go to diellemusicuk-acoustic-singersongwriter/5 free songs. And, there's John. Thanks, John. John, I've still got your capo. I just used it. Thank you. To get your free songs, you get 5 free songs. If you want to come to the listening party for Fearless to celebrate 10 years of Fearless, that is on the 17th. You can RSVP on Bandcamp or just pop it in your diary. You can just come along. There's no cameras or anything, so come along in your PJs. I know some of you are watching in bed. I know you are. I will have a listen to Fearless. If you're in the Banbury, Oxford area, I'm at Banbury Folk Club. Just me on the Todd on Wednesday, the 24th. I want to say the 24th. It's the Wednesday that week. And that's great. So, thank you so much for coming this evening. Oh, yes. And if you do, if you are happy to vote, the link for South Coast Music Chart is in the description here. Voting's only open until tomorrow. So, I'm new in at number 23 on the South Coast chart with Searching for Heaven. And if you would like to see that go to number 1, I've done everything I can do. So it's over to you. If you want to vote, that would be greatly appreciated. That'd be amazing. Sorry, John's growling. Well, you know what happened, John? You left it. So you played the 12 string at the Pallant the other night. And this was on a 12 string. I then used the 12 string. So I took this off and put it in my pocket, and that is where it stayed. Send me a link for the Banbury gig. I've got friends who may want to come along. Tim, if you go to diellemusicuk.com/gigs, all of the stuff is on there. All of the links on there. That's an excellent question. Thank you, Tim. Also, link in bio everywhere. But yeah, go to my website, which is diellemusicuk.com, and then click on gigs, and all of the info is there. It would be really amazing to see any of you guys there. So if you're on the live stream and you come to the gig, the secret code is free hugs. So come and see me, and I'll give you a hug. And you only knew that if you were here tonight. So thanks again. I'm just going to put this down. Thanks again so much, everybody, for watching. Those of you who are in the Hampshire, West Sussex area, John and Chris and I are at North Borehunt Social Club, which is the home of Forest Folk. We're there on the 10th of May, which is our next local gig. So really hope to see some of you there. I think I've said all of the things. Just, stay in touch, drop me a line. If you're on Facebook, we've got a band Facebook group where you can come and hang out and chat, and we talk about records and all kinds of stuff in there. So thank you so much. I feel really rude turning it off when there are so many people still watching. But we've had a lovely time. So take good care, everyone. Thank you so much. Craig says, I voted for you hours ago. Best of luck. Thank you, Craig. It's I'm still bowled over by the support that I got from the last awards. It's the same song. So I'm sure those of you who are giving it lots of love on all of those, on all of those social platforms and on streaming and all that kind of thing, are really shining a light on the song. So I really appreciate that. It's a beautiful thing. So take good care, everybody, and stay in touch. Like, follow, subscribe, and all of those things. Get your free stuff, and I'll see you again soon. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.